Everybody, this is Lbsjr giving you a quick custom game replay of Theedthree and SuGaReeBoy on a macro or die map. Might be wondering why everybody took so long to move their units and crap. I don't really know why, but you did hear that nuclear missile ready, so that might be why. Because in this game, it works. Nobody loves you, Theed. I'm sorry. So yeah, apparently if you don't macro, you will die. Spend your money. And yes, I am a spectator, so I can talk. You'd have to be stream sniping to hear my voice. My beautiful, beautiful voice. Anyway, not really doing much. He's walling off, or getting ready to wall off with his usual Protoss Bob the Zealot wall. Although he is quite a bit late on it. Theed trying to scout, making sure they're not close by air, and they are not. And I believe... never mind, I don't think Shatter Temple has that kind of restriction on close by ground. Like, what's that map called? I can't remember. I'll remember it in the middle of the night when I'm trying to sleep. Like usual. Anyway, Theed scouting down bottom because he knew he wasn't there. So he wasn't there. He wasn't over here, I mean. Saw that he wasn't down there, so... I wonder where he's at. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. I've been casting all night. And after watching BlizzCon for the past 2 days, kinda hard to keep you awake. But with all the awesomeness happening everywhere. Theed getting in finally and scouting, as well as stealing some minerals. Because, hey, why not? I would be getting a Zealot Sugar. Come on, Sugar, get a Zealot Sugar. Theed quick expanding on 17. No, never mind. He was expanding on... Nope, I was right. On 19. Or on 17. A little bit late, but he did get his spawning pool faster. So now he's just getting his queen and a couple lings. Meanwhile, Sugar is getting his Zealot up. Him taking position, and now he's going to go after this annoying little patrol drone, I mean. Terribly misclicking where that drone is going to be. And now Sugar's getting a sentry. Now I am noticing something. You can only queue up 2 things, and someone is getting nuked. I have no idea who. Probably, yes, that's him. But he needs to spend more money, Theed. Spend more money. I don't want you to get nuked. That would be a very terrible way to end. You need to spend your money, Theed. Spend your money. Spend your money. Spend, spend, spend. For S. Just S. Just hit S. Hit S. Come on. Just hit it. Just hit it. You might die. Oh, Theed, your macro is so terrible. I'm sorry, man. Roaches are popping, as well as a massive horde of drones, but you don't even have enough money. You don't have even enough larvae to spend your economy right now, Theed. You need more stuff now. Sugar is starting to get a little high on minerals. He might end up getting nuked. I like this. Yes, 30 seconds. He has to spend his money. There we go. I have no idea what that sound is for, but I like it. Sugar getting his expansion, getting a mass zealot sentry army, which is rather interesting, I think. Whoops, bit of a misclick. Spine crawlers going down for Theed, trying to keep below that 500 mineral mark. Oh, and he has to get 14 lings and a single roach just to stay underneath. Sugar, I would suggest getting a lot of more gateways, because you're starting to get a bit too high of an income. One more gateway and a warpin'. You start using this Colossus. Robo. That's what it's called. It's called a Robo. Dirk. Haven't played Protoss outside of 4-gating for a little while. Theed's starting to take out these destructible rocks so he can take a third. Meanwhile, Sugar is getting all the information he could ever want just by looking at this. Theed's starting to get a little high, but he quickly morphs it into a lair, which I do approve of, because that kept his money from exploding, like I'm pretty sure it would. Robo going down, as well as a quick warpin' for Sugar. Sugar is about 10 or so food, well, 6 or so food behind now, but he might be able to pull ahead if he keeps his army alive. But one sentry falls, but all those Zerglings are dying like cannon fodder, like they're supposed to be. Trying to snipe those little roaches, and one falls finally. Theed getting 20 more Zerglings, which I don't really see why. Don't know why Sugar is reversing his units back in there, but he does need to start spending money, as well as Theed. Theed is getting so very high, it is almost unbearable. I would suggest getting a quick macro hatch at least to relieve that many minerals in some way, shape, or form. This one drone, making sure these rocks will someday die. More massive engagement than I missed because the drone was just so damn pretty. But Theed has successfully defended himself versus the nuke from the map gods, aka Jason. Well, if you don't know Jason, you should totally check out my other cast I did of the Exodus Gaming Tournament Week 3. I think I casted some of his games. If I did not, they are probably up on Fallacy or the Fawn, who are some of my fellow casters for the Exodus Gaming Clan, which is another channel you should totally check out. Probably a link in the description below, because it is a freaking awesome channel, and people are going to start uploading Battlefield 3 and all sorts of good stuff. Forge researching armor upgrades, as well as more warpins. Both of them are starting to do exactly what they're supposed to do. Theed is getting a gold, so he's gearing up for a 4th. Meanwhile, Sugar is comfortable sitting on 2 bases, knowing that his macro is good enough for 2 bases and 2 bases alone. Neither player wants to get nuked, because that would just be unfortunate. Theed making sure Sugar has not taken his gold, because that would leave them on even terms, and Theed doesn't like even terms. Well, semi-even terms. Even terms as far as Sugar knows. But Sugar is scouting with the Observer finally, but Sugar's money is starting to get a bit too high. And just as it pops, the Observer spots it. Sugar now knows that Theed is vulnerable in one spot only. I don't know why these Overseers. I think perhaps for scouting or changelings, which would be nice. Massive engagement. The Zerglings try to wrap around while the Roaches do most of the damage, but the Zerglings are all dead now, and the force fields prevented the Roaches from doing their job. Unfortunately, all those Zealots are getting kited fairly effectively, but Theed's money is getting high, and All these units are force fielded off. They cannot escape no matter what they do, especially these roaches back here. They cannot go anywhere, and they are all dead. But the supply is surprisingly still about even. Although Sugar is starting to pull ahead because of a big old warp-in. And because Protoss is awesome like that. Getting charged for the non-existent zealots. Okay, the 1, 2, 3 zealots. 4. Oh, there's one. Oh, there he is. 4 zealots that he has. As well as these 2 more. Not that interested in charge right now. I would rather be getting Blink, because Stalkers with Blink partnered with Colossus with range are very, very scary. I would get these extended thermal lance so that way you can match that area and look like a massive engagement again, cutting off most of the attack path for the Zerglings, so they have to pull out before too many losses. Ooh, and Theed is starting to catch up again in food, but that's because his macro is starting to be so much better than it used to be, even surpassing Sugar in that department because of all the hatcheries he's been able to put down. And with perfect Queen injects, he should be just fine. Do these roaches have speed? I cannot remember. Yes, they do. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Dropping a pylon in the middle as it's about to get sniped. Oh, no cancel on that. Probably a smart move because too many minerals right now means a nuke in your base. No fun. Sugar's trying to secure the middle. Theed in great position for a counterattack, but he's going straight for the middle, which is a very, very wrong move. Cutting off most of the Zerglings so this Colossus can destroy them, but now the force fields were working against him until the Colossus snapped to those force fields as if they were bubble wrap. I love bubble wrap. Oh, this Colossus might get focused down. If it does, that would be a major loss, but there is a whole nother army coming from SuGaReeBoy, once again surpassing Theed very effectively. Finally getting Blink for his few Stalkers. That's about 7. Yes. But there was a nuke going off. I don't know where it's going to land. I don't know if it's going to land or if Theed started using enough money that it was negated. But I think Theed needs to get more macro hatches just to survive. Because nothing like a nuke to ruin your day. Killing off Theed. Oh, and he ends up canceling those zealots. Theed successfully attempting the supply block, and he does. He might lose all these Zerglings, but they did exactly what he needed him to do. Now Sugar is still supply blocked, and when this pylon goes down, he's going to be continually supply blocked, which is what you always despise as any race on the game. Both of them getting nukes launched at them, but they both cancel it very quickly by making sure their macro is at least available and up to the task of preventing nuclear launches, although I would love to see a nuclear launch in this game because it might end up killing their entire frickin' base, which I would just love. Theed pushing out with a massive roach ling force. And he does have Overlord speed. I don't know if he has Overlord transport. He does not. But massive engagement back here. Force fields cutting off majority of the roaches. These zealots are now forced to get kited by the roaches very effectively, not being able to get in close. But Sugar does come out with the supply lead. I would say Theed is in a lot of trouble, especially with 3 Colossus on the field. Those are making such quick work of those roaches. But these mutas are out on the field, and he doesn't have as many Blink Stalkers as Theed does have Mutalisk. And, ooh, 1 Colossus caught out of position, but the excellent Blink Black is tearing these mutas to shreds. There is absolutely nothing Theed can do to save these mutas unless he's smart with them. All these Zerglings are getting destroyed. Attempted force fields by by Sugar, but he unfortunately force fielded right underneath Colossus, which instantly vaporized the force fields. And now Theed is on his last legs. I don't even think he has one leg left. This massive force is only going to be reinforced by any pylons that are anywhere close. That's GG. And I think the game is done. It looks done. I don't know if the players left though. I don't have all chat, so I have no idea what the hell is going on, people. So yeah, I think that's it. Hope you all have a great day. LB.